What I want to talk about today are the 5 things that a man should never, ever be doing with a woman. In fact, I like to consider these rules, things that you should absolutely be following. And this is going to be interesting because we're kind of going all across the board here in terms of when you first meet a woman, even when you're in a relationship with a woman. So I want you to write these down, save this video, remember this when you are starting to get serious and when you're going out there and you're actually doing some approaching and swiping and dating. All right, so let's get into it. Here's the first one. Okay, never, ever, ever be a boyfriend before 6 months of dating. So what that means is do not commit to a woman and be her boyfriend if you guys have been dating for less than 6 months. The reason is because when you're dating someone, you have to get to know them. A lot of guys fail at this. And the reason why is because they're in the honeymoon stage, right? The honeymoon stage of a relationship when you're first dating someone. So the chemicals in your brain are saying that you are basically falling in love with this girl and you want to be with her all of the time. And so you're convinced that this is someone that you want to be with and you want to commit to. Here's the problem with that. If you commit too fast and you're her boyfriend too fast, well, it's going to be problems down the road when you realize, wait a minute, this is not a girl I actually want to be with, and then you're going to have to go through a breakup, and it's going to be a lot of turmoil for you. So I highly recommend that you take at least 6 months to get to know her, spend time with her, really understand who she is as a person. Is she a good person? Because in the very beginning of a relationship, you're going to be seeing the best side of this person. Sorry, let me say that again. Not a relationship. When you're dating, you're going to be seeing a lot of the good stuff. This good stuff can be false because the more and more you get to know someone, the more time that you spend with them, you start to see who they really are. And hey, maybe they really are a good person. You guys are compatible. You're a good match. Everything's great. Great. You end up in a relationship. That's fine. What I've learned in terms of how relationships work, this is in my own personal experience, this is with other people, this is what I've seen happen, is that before 6 months, you don't actually know somebody. That doesn't necessarily mean that when you guys are getting closer, and let's say you're at the 3, 4, 5 month mark, that you have to be dating other people. You can do whatever you want to do because you're not monogamous at that point. You guys are not exclusive. But I'm just saying that no matter what, take that time with the girl to really get to know her, okay? Take that 6 months, enjoy it. There's no rush. And even if she's saying to you, I want to be in a relationship with you, I want you to be my boyfriend. If she can't handle going to the 6 month mark, then this woman is obviously not mature enough to be in a relationship with you. Even if she's saying to you like, well, I'm really uncomfortable if you're dating anyone else. We've been dating for 4 or 5 months. You can even say to her at that point, like, hey, listen, I'm not dating anyone else. I'm with you, but I'm just not ready to get to that point of commitment yet. Let's just keep getting to know each other. If she likes you, she's going to stick around. You're not going to end up in a situation where she's going to dump you before 6 months because you won't commit. It's very, very rare. And if she does, in that circumstance, trust me, you dodged a bullet because, like I said, she's not mature, she's not emotionally mature, and she's not even ready to be in a relationship if she's forcing herself into one. So wait 6 months, get to know her. Next, and this goes for the minute you meet a woman to the minute you guys are getting married or more. Do not buy her affection, okay? Meaning, do not buy things for her or just give things to her or try to, make her feel like she's going to be getting all these things from you if she's dating you. Do not buy her affection. Here's the thing. First of all, you're setting yourself up for failure because if you're doing this and it seems to be working, she's only with you because you're giving her stuff and she's getting things from you. And so this is the value that she sees in the relationship instead of the value of just being in front of masculinity, which is what causes attraction, right? Feminine and masculine together, boom, not you buying her stuff. So yeah, it does work, by the way. You can buy a girl stuff and she will like you more. She'll want to spend more time with you. She feels like she's getting stuff out of it, but it's going to be fake. It's not going to be authentic, okay? So doing this is going to be very harmful, not only to your bank account, but for your value as a person. What's going to happen is if you do this and it starts to work, eventually you're going to come down to the point where your self-esteem is going to be shot because you're going to realize, wait a minute, The only reason why she likes me, or you're going to question this, if she even likes you or not, is because you're getting her stuff, okay? Also, like I said earlier, that it does work very well, but sometimes it could shoot you in the foot. If you're trying to buy her stuff and you're buying her affection, or you're giving her flowers all the time, or giving her stuff, or paying for literally every single thing, what's going to happen is she is going to notice this, and she might end up leaving you or not wanting to be with you because she sees, wow, this guy's trying really hard to spend a lot of his money on me. Maybe he doesn't see himself as valuable, therefore I don't see him as valuable, and then you completely lose the girl because she sees right through it. She sees the weakness, and that's going to be a very strong and smart girl, by the way, who sees that, who sees, wait a minute, this guy is trying really hard. What is he lacking in? What's going on with him internally that he feels he has to buy me things in order for us to spend time together, okay? So stay away from this at all costs. I mean, in the very beginning of dating a girl, all the way through a long-term relationship, even marriage. Once in a while, gifting someone is a totally cool thing to do. Gifts are fine once in a while, especially on normal occasions like birthdays or Valentine's Day or whatever, but going overboard is going to hurt you more than help you. Next, and I know we're not going in a very specific order here, but still, all are very important. This one is about living together. Never, ever, ever live together out of convenience, okay? This is something I actually learned personally, but also learned from a book called The Tactical Guide to Women by Sean T. Smith, and he talks about this a lot. It's a really good point. Do not play house with someone. Do not live with someone just because you know that, hey, you guys can save some money, or hey, it'd be nice if we lived together because we're always hanging out together anyways. Don't do that. You only want to live with a girl if you know for certain you're going to be marrying her, okay? And if we want to go down that road, I would say to know that is probably dating someone for at least a year and a half. That's at the very least. That's when you'll probably know that you're going to marry someone. I say personally that you can live with someone after a year and a half knowing that you're going to actually marry them. Otherwise, this is disaster, because if you guys end up living with each other too soon before you know that this is someone long-term, that means you have a very high chance of breaking up, right? You have a higher chance of breaking up sooner than later, right? You guys are together. You don't necessarily know the person that much. Remember I said earlier, like, don't get into a committed relationship. Don't call yourself a boyfriend until 6 months. Imagine if you guys end up moving in together in about 3 to 6 months, when you guys are just like really in love, and then all of a sudden you move in together, you find out this is not the person that you really wanted to be with, and now you have to move out, and now you guys have been sharing things and splitting things, and it's a financial disaster, it's gonna be an emotional disaster. I mean, really, you have such a high chance of it being not good for you because you don't fully know the person yet. So, no matter what, never ever live with a woman unless you know for sure that you plan on marrying them. Now, I know a lot of guys will live with someone to be like, well, you know, you gotta find out if you guys can live together. Here's the thing. If you don't already know that this person's gonna be a good match for you after a year and a half, and you're questioning it that much, living together is not gonna really push it over the edge. I'm guessing by the time you guys are about to move in together, you know, you've kind of realized who that person is and you've spent enough time together to really know how they're gonna be a partner to you. So make sure, no matter what, no living together at all until you know for certain this is gonna go the long distance. Another thing that you should never do, and I talk about this a lot on the channel, is you should never let a woman friend zone you, okay? So what this means is I don't want you to be in the friend zone position. If you're with a girl and you're trying to go the backdoor route and trying to be her friend to get her to like you, first of all, that's not gonna work. Or maybe you did get rejected, you did put yourself out there, but then she says to you, you know, why don't we just be friends? And then you agree to that. Don't do that either. The second that you get rejected from a girl, or the second that you like a girl and you try to be their friend first, is the second you need to push this woman away from your life 100%. What you have to understand is that there's so many other women out there that you want a woman who is going to like you back. One of the most important qualities in a woman that you will find will be the one that she likes you back. The problem here is you're gonna waste your time, and you don't want someone around who doesn't like you, who you're attracted to. I'm gonna say that again, really hear me here. You don't want a girl in your orbit or someone you're hanging out with that you are attracted to that either doesn't like you back or you're trying to get through a friend zone purpose. It's gonna waste your time. And the worst thing you could do is waste your time. Basically, a lot of the stuff I'm saying here on today's video is all stuff that could waste your time. So I'm trying to save you time so you can find someone who's going to be a good match and you're not gonna be in emotional turmoil. I have one more that's really crucial, but before I get to that, I wanna tell you about my program called Hooked, which you can check out at getherhooked.com. The link is in the description down below. This program is gonna teach you how to find a girl that is emotionally stable, emotionally healthy, someone that you're gonna wanna live with, get in a relationship with. It's gonna be someone who's not gonna friend zone you. I'm gonna be teaching you all the techniques to find that woman, to attract that woman, to be able to be in a relationship that you really want. Or if you want, just get into multiple casual relationships. That's fine too. Basically, attraction works the same way, and I break all that down in the Hooked program. So check that out down below at getherhooked.com, where you can dive into that 10-hour course that teaches you everything that you need to know in terms of how to get a woman interested in you and how to use your personality to do so. Okay. Number 5, the last one. I know this is gonna sound like a joke. This is not a joke. This is actually dead serious. I've been in this situation way too many times, and I wanna save you here, okay? If you're ever in a situation where you're dating a girl or you're in a relationship with a girl, and they ask you anything about how they look, like, oh, how do I look today? Or some girls, and this does happen, they say like, oh, do I look fat? Do you think I look fat in this? Do you think I've gained weight? They ask you anything about their look. All you need to do, and every time you need to answer positive. Nothing you say is going to go well unless it's some sort of positive comment or compliment in this situation. I'm not saying that you need to over compliment a girl and all the time be complimenting her on her looks. I'm talking about specifically when a woman is asking you something about, oh, do you like this? Do you like this? Even if it's a bracelet, doesn't matter. Anything they're wearing or their hair, their haircut. Here's the thing. Women, they are very, very sensitive to the way that they look. Society has really come down on women and has been telling them through media and magazines, which, by the way, this is terrible, that they have to look pretty all the time, they have to look good, and if they're not, they're worthless. Again, this is terrible, but because of this, women are very sensitive to the topic of how they do look. So anytime they ask you anything about anything related to their looks, always a positive comment, no matter what. This is gonna save you big time. Because anything else you say, even if you're trying to be honest or truthful about whatever it is that they're wearing or the way they look, it's going to get you into a lot of trouble, and it's unnecessary. So just shower them with lots of positivity when they ask you about this. My program Hooked goes deeper into women's psyche, women's psychology, understanding what's happening inside their mind when they are attracted to a man. I've broken all of it down into a step-by-step process for you to learn, for you to implement, and to go out and actually use this. So it's not a bunch of theory, but practical steps that you can use to be able to get the women that you want interested in you. So if you're having trouble talking to women, if you're having trouble getting women to pay attention to you, if you're a virgin, if you've never been a boyfriend before, this is gonna teach you how to get to that point. So check it out, getherhooked.com, and remember, follow these rules. There are no exceptions. If you follow them, you're gonna be in a great place. I'm trying to save you here. So, hope it works. I know it will, and I'll see you on the next video.